This YouTube video was produced with the assistance of artificial intelligence. Specifically, the visuals were generated using ChatGPT, the script was composed using Claude AI, and the narration was synthesized using Edge-TTS. Reinforce. Definition: to strengthen or support something, making it more effective, solid, or certain. Collocation: reinforce a message, reinforce the idea, reinforce behavior, reinforce a structure. Synonym: strengthen, bolster, fortify, support. Example: the manager used real data to reinforce her argument during the board meeting. The government decided to reinforce the bridge after engineers discovered structural weaknesses. Positive feedback from customers helped reinforce the team's confidence in the new product. Encompass. Definition: to include or contain a wide range of things within a whole, to surround or cover completely. Collocation: encompass a wide range, encompass various aspects, encompass all areas. Synonym: include, cover, embrace, comprise. Example: the training program encompasses both theoretical knowledge and practical skills. Her research encompasses various disciplines, from psychology to neuroscience. The national park encompasses over 500 square kilometers of protected wilderness. Streamline. Definition: to make a process or system more efficient and effective by simplifying or eliminating unnecessary steps. Collocation: streamline operations, streamline the process, streamline workflows, streamline procedures. Synonym: simplify, optimize, rationalize, modernize. Example: the company streamlined its hiring process to reduce the time needed to fill positions. By adopting new software, the department was able to streamline daily administrative tasks. The hospital streamlined patient registration to minimize waiting times. Incur. Definition: to become subject to something unpleasant, especially a cost, penalty, or negative consequence, as a result of one's own actions. Collocation: incur costs, incur losses, incur expenses, incur a penalty, incur debt. Synonym: suffer, sustain, bear, experience. Example: the firm incurred significant losses due to the sudden decline in market demand. Students who submit assignments late may incur a penalty of 10% per day. Expanding into overseas markets often means incurring substantial initial expenses. Export. Definition: to send goods or services to another country for sale, also refers to the goods or services themselves that are sold abroad. Collocation: export goods, export products, export market, export revenue, export restrictions. Synonym: ship abroad, sell overseas, dispatch, send out. Example: South Korea exports a large volume of semiconductors to countries around the world. The government introduced new policies to encourage small businesses to export their products. Agricultural exports have become a vital source of income for the developing nation. Establishment. Definition: an organization, institution, or business that has been formally set up, also refers to the act of creating or founding something. Collocation: business establishment, educational establishment, the establishment of, commercial establishment. Synonym: institution, organization, foundation, enterprise. Example: the establishment of the new research center attracted talented scientists from abroad. The restaurant has grown from a small establishment into a nationally recognized brand. The establishment of clear guidelines helped prevent confusion among team members. Thereby. Definition: by that means, as a result of that action or decision. Collocation: thereby reducing, thereby increasing, thereby creating, thereby ensuring. Synonym: thus, consequently, as a result, hence. Example: the company automated its warehouse operations, thereby reducing labor costs by 30%. She completed her master's degree, thereby qualifying for senior-level positions. The new law limits carbon emissions, thereby contributing to environmental protection. Volatile. Definition: liable to change rapidly and unpredictably, especially for the worse, unstable or easily provoked. Collocation, volatile market, volatile situation, volatile prices, volatile environment, highly volatile. Synonym: unstable, unpredictable, fluctuating, turbulent. Example: investors tend to avoid volatile markets because the risk of sudden loss is too high. The political situation in the region remains highly volatile following the disputed election. Oil prices have been extremely volatile over the past several months due to global tensions. Presumably. Definition: used to indicate that something is assumed to be true based on reasonable evidence, although not confirmed with certainty. Collocation: presumably because, presumably due to, presumably based on. Synonym: probably, supposedly, most likely, apparently. Example: the meeting was cancelled, presumably because the director had a scheduling conflict. She was not at her desk, presumably having left early for a medical appointment. The product was discontinued, presumably due to declining consumer interest. Perceive. Definition: to become aware of or interpret something through the senses or the mind, to regard or understand in a particular way. Collocation: perceive a threat, perceive a difference, widely perceived, perceive something as. Synonym: recognize, detect, regard, interpret. Example: many employees perceive the organizational changes as a positive step forward. It can be difficult to perceive subtle differences between the two dialects without training. The public widely perceives the brand as a symbol of quality and innovation. Essential. Definition: absolutely necessary and extremely important, fundamental to the nature or function of something. Collocation: essential element, essential role, essential skills, essential information, absolutely essential. Synonym: vital, crucial, fundamental, indispensable. Example: time management is an essential skill for anyone working in a fast-paced environment. Access to clean water is essential for maintaining public health in urban areas. The report highlighted several essential factors that contributed to the project's success. Organize. Definition: to arrange or structure things systematically, to coordinate activities, people, or resources for a particular purpose. Collocation: organize an event, organize information, organize a meeting, well organized. Synonym: arrange, coordinate, plan, systematize. Example: the committee worked together to organize the annual international conference. She organized all the research data into clearly labeled folders for easy reference. Volunteers helped organize relief supplies for communities affected by the natural disaster. Prolific. Definition: producing a great quantity or abundance of something, especially creative or intellectual work. Collocation: prolific writer, prolific author, prolific output, prolific career. Synonym: productive, fertile, abundant, creative. Example: the prolific author published over 40 novels throughout his distinguished career. She is one of the most prolific researchers in the field of artificial intelligence. The artist had a remarkably prolific period during the 1990s, completing hundreds of works. Enormous. Definition: extremely large in size, quantity, degree, or extent, far exceeding what is usual or expected. Collocation: enormous amount, enormous impact, enormous pressure, enormous potential, enormous challenge. Synonym: huge, immense, vast, massive. Example: the project required an enormous amount of funding before it could move forward. The discovery of the new energy source had an enormous impact on the industry. She faced enormous pressure to deliver the final report before the deadline. Age. Definition: a distinct period of history characterized by particular features or events, also refers to the length of time a person or thing has existed. Collocation: digital age, modern age, golden age group, come of age limit. Synonym: era, epoch, period, generation. Example: in the digital age, businesses must adapt quickly to rapid technological changes. The golden age of exploration led to the discovery of new continents and trade routes. Children of different age groups require different approaches to education. Curb. Definition: to restrain, control, or keep something in check, to reduce or limit the extent of something undesirable. Collocation: curb spending, curb inflation, curb emissions, curb enthusiasm, curb growth. Synonym: restrain, restrict, control, suppress. Example: the central bank raised interest rates in an effort to curb rising inflation. New regulations were introduced to curb harmful emissions from industrial factories. The manager advised employees to curb unnecessary spending during the budget review. Distinction. Definition: a clear difference or contrast between two or more things, also refers to excellence, honor, or recognition of outstanding achievement. Collocation: clear distinction, draw a distinction, make a distinction, with distinction, earn distinction. Synonym: difference, contrast, differentiation, honor. Example: it is important to draw a clear distinction between opinion and verified fact. She graduated with distinction, earning the highest honors in her department. The distinction between the two theories became apparent only after further research. Devout. Definition: deeply devoted to a religion, belief, or cause, sincerely committed and earnest in one's faith or principles. Collocation: devout believer, devout Christian, devout Muslim, devout follower, devout faith. Synonym: pious, faithful, dedicated, devoted. Example: she is a devout follower of the philosophy that education can transform communities. The devout community gathered every morning for prayer and reflection. His devout commitment to charitable work earned him widespread respect and admiration. Participation. Definition: the act of taking part or being involved in an activity, event, or process. Collocation: active participation, public participation, participation rate, encourage participation, participation in. Synonym: involvement, engagement, contribution, attendance. Example: active participation in class discussions can significantly improve language proficiency. The organization encouraged public participation in the decision-making process. Employee participation in the wellness program increased by 40% this year. Vast. Definition: extremely great in size, area, amount, or degree, immensely large or broad in scope. Collocation: vast majority, vast amount, vast experience, vast landscape, vast knowledge. Synonym: immense, extensive, enormous, boundless. Example: the vast majority of respondents expressed satisfaction with the new public transportation system. She has accumulated vast experience in international trade over the past 2 decades. The researchers explored the vast landscape of the Arctic region to study climate patterns.